Welcome to this lesson. We're going to talk about some IELTS listening tips today. The IELTS listening has 40 questions in 4 parts. There are 10 questions in each part, and it takes 30 minutes. So the first part, you have a dialogue about something familiar like booking a car or sending furniture somewhere. And then part 2 is a monologue about a social situation. So perhaps talking about a public place. And then part 3, you have 2 or 3 or 4 people talking about a work or study activity. And part 4 is an academic monologue. So the instructions are, you'll hear the recordings once only, except in the beginning when you get an opportunity to check that your headphones are working. And then you'll have time to read each question and to check the answers at the end of the section. So they'll give you an introduction to the subject. They'll say you will hear 2 people talking about, and they'll lead you into what it's about. And then they'll say you now have time to read questions 1 to 6. And then at the end of that, they'll say now you have time to read questions 7 to 10. So, and then at the end, they'll say you finished section 1 or section 2, and you now have time to check your answers. So there is a little bit of time, and you also have 10 minutes at the end to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. The types of questions you're going to get are going to be multiple choice. Then there's matching and labeling, chart completion, sentence completion, short answer questions, diagrams or chart completion, and matching headings. So there are lots of different types of questions, and in each section, if there are 10 questions, maybe they'll have 2 or 3 different question types. The tips are, listen to the introduction at the beginning of each section, where they say you will now hear 2 people talking about, and what they talk about is very important, because if you don't understand, if you don't hear that, you might not understand what the questions are about. So don't just start reading the questions without listening for that. And then read the instructions carefully, because if they say you must use one word and or a number, or one word or a number, then you must follow those instructions. And identify the keywords in the sentences, in the questions, because they could say something like something is the highest or the lowest. And especially for multiple choice, they will talk about all the options that are on multiple choice, but maybe the others in another way. So make sure you can identify what are they talking about in the sentence. And you must listen for meaning and watch out for red herrings, because they will do it. They'll say, oh, the hotel costs £27 for the night. And then they'll say, oh, no, but there's a discount now. It's only 25 pounds. So listen out for that, because they'll try and catch you out. And keep an eye on the next question in case you missed an answer. And if you missed an answer, just move on, because you don't want to turn around, you've missed all the answers. Then there is no negative marking. So if you're unsure about something, just guess. And spelling does count, and that includes capital letters as well. So my advice to you is, when you transfer your answers to the answer sheet, write everything in capitals, because sometimes we don't know if it's a proper noun or not. Right, but not while you're listening, because otherwise it takes too long. So don't use capitals while you're listening. In fact, while you're listening, write in any language you want. Write what it sounds like, even draw pictures if you have to. Right. So now, how do you improve? Listening is one of the ones you can actually improve a lot just by practice, just going over and over different listenings repeatedly. So practice with full tests, but time them. And then focus on different accents as well. And if you do make a mistake, go back and listen to, why did you make the mistake? What was it that you never heard or misunderstood? And the good news is that if you want a 5 or a 5.5, you don't have to get full marks for anything here. For a 5, you need to get between 16 and 19 correct marks out of 40. So if you say, okay, I want to get 6 correct in the first section, because that's the easiest, and then 5, and then 4, and then 3, you'll hit your score that you need. So don't panic about it too much. Just keep calm and understand you don't have to get 100%. Okay, so the next time we're going to be talking about reading tips, and we hope that we're going to see for the reading. The reading to me is the most difficult, so I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun doing that. But good luck.